What is up, guys? Welcome back to another race commentary video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I haven't done one since SX4. Had a couple races I want to show you guys, and I thought I'd start off with a good one. So this was a 12th to 1st race at Atlanta 1. This was at Ioma Esports. I think it was round 5. And I had a good points lead, but I hadn't won the last couple races, so I really wanted to bounce back for this one. And I thought no better track than Atlanta, which was a good one for me. So we got a mid-pack start, nothing crazy, nothing particularly good. For me, this is considered a decent start. You know, as long as you're with the lead group, you're in the mix off the bat. This is a great start. So really, I had a solid night coming, and then, you know, these first couple turns, and no matter what track, even if it's the widest track in the game like Atlanta, it's just absolute chaos. You're just trying to survive, hold your line, not get killed. Which I'm doing okay. I did lose a couple positions, but we're still in this massive group. So everything's all good. Then we come to the whoops, and I get stuck on Easy Pro, and we are in last. So now we have 11 people to pass. Let's go and do it. So me and Parker, my teammate, were both buried. We both make a great charge in this race. I think he got back to 4th, and I came back in 1. So we kind of worked together, but battled hard at the same time. So it was a good race in between me and him. So at this point in my head, I'm pretty much just not like, I'm trying not to freak out. Just, I know in the back of my mind this is a really good track for me. So especially tonight more than other nights, it being a speedway track with long lanes for passing, I was not like I wasn't hitting the panic button by any means yet as hockey explodes. So we got 2 people before the first lap ends. So far so good. Leaders like 7 seconds gone or 8 by now, but we're not really thinking about that. We're just, you know, being in the moment, making one pass at a time. So now trying to get Easy Pro. This whole lane right here was great for me because I was able to carry the speed all the way down this section. I didn't have to make sketchy block passes or anything like that. Just kind of carry the speed down the whole lane, and as you can see, it worked for an easy pass against Easy Pro, and I caught up to this next group. The big thing right now is, as I'm trying to pass all these guys, is making sure I am patient and make the passes stick. I don't want to get stuck in back and forth battles or something that could potentially cause me to lose time, as I almost explode myself. I don't know how I saved that. That was, as Jet Lawrence would say, mud in the pants on that one, but luckily we saved it. Lost a little bit of time, but now Parker gets by us. So now I'm like, oh boy, and I get reset. Now at this point I'm like, oh boy, we gotta go, because you don't want to make mistakes coming to the pack, especially when the fast guys are up front with Wasabi and Slurp. But nonetheless, we hit the reset button and just try getting these guys back. We're not out of it yet. Still 17 minutes to go. And like I said, Atlanta 2. So this is a good track for me. I think I had the fastest lap by a second in this race. So I knew in the back of my mind that as soon as I get clear track, I could run down whoever I need to run down. I just need the time to do it. So still being patient, kind of trying to gauge what the other guys are going to do. Also, picking your spots is huge in a scenario like this. So I was pretty much waiting for the main long rhythm. Not the long rhythm, after the finish, the long roller section. So here we get Saltman. Yeah, we get Saltman. He kind of almost cuts over on us, but all good. No foul. Scrub this harder than him and scrub this harder than him, so we pull away a little bit, and since we downside this finish line, we can carry this momentum all the way down this lane, which is just this section pretty much saved my night, not gonna lie. As you can see, we're carrying much more momentum than Macadelic. I think we got him here. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the block pass. Not the block pass, I had the corner. And now we're back on Owen. Here, we're gonna try downsiding this and just carrying the momentum down the lane. The theme of tonight was pretty much carrying the momentum down the lane as I almost explode again. That section was very sketchy for me for no reason. It's literally just a straightaway, but I found a way to make it sketchy. But all good, we're still here with Owen, caught right back up. We're gonna try picking our spot. This is also a really good time saver, long lane with lots of scrubbing. But I messed it up a little bit, but no one was really getting this section good because it is pretty technical, I'm not gonna lie. But we hold on, make sure we don't lose positions with our mistakes. Here, we're gonna go around the outside of Dizzle. And I trusted Dizzle because me and him, we usually race each other real clean, so I trusted him on my inside and he let me have it. So thank you, Dizzle. We're going to try again going back after Owen. So yeah, I'm pretty much trying to just pick my spot. I know that I could get these guys down the long lane after the finish line, like I said. But if this pass comes before that or after that, I'll take it as well. But I'm mainly just looking down that lane. I think I get these guys there, or either in this wall jump before the finish too, like this one right here. I made a couple passes there too. See, Owen over jumps it, and I downside it perfectly, and I just kind of use the extra momentum and carry it down him. And it carries all the way through this double and all the way up this finish line and then all the way up this wall jump. As you can see, like it starts at that wall jump before the finish, and we're just carrying it by talent now. Like it was just pretty much made my night this section. Like without it, I would not have been able to pass as easily. As you see, we started this section like right behind Owen, and we ended up right in front of Talon. I messed up this triple a little bit, so Talon might have a chance to get back by us, but he over jumps us by a lot, and we almost explode there again, but luckily we downsided, so I had just enough more extra speed to stay in front of him. Now we're going to work on Parker again, and at this point I'm in 4th with 14 minutes to go, so like I'm back in this for sure. I could see the leaders just down this section. We've made up a lot of ground through the pack, which is not easy to do, but when you can do it, it makes your night a lot easier. So yeah, me and Parker from 11th and 12th are now 3rd and 4th. Just going to try making a quick pass on Parker. I know he wouldn't do anything dirty to me, but he's not going to let me have it easily, that's for sure. So really wanted to make sure I could get by him, and especially Wasabi too, which was my next guy after him. So these next 2 passes were huge, but luckily we had 13 minutes left, so don't have to really force it. As you see, I get reset a little bit, but it's such a minor reset that it maybe cost me a second, which I wasn't, like, again, not freaking out. So much time left on the clock. I know down this main rhythm, or main lane after the finish, I'm going to gain a lot of time. So here we are. We kind of missed this line a little bit, but actually ended up being pretty fast. I really don't know what the faster line is there, to be honest, but that one worked out for us good. And we're still, you can see, we're still carrying this momentum, catching Parker after this wall. Going to carry it through the double, carry it through this finish line. I guess just this section was where all my passes were made, not gonna lie. See, we just close up a lot on Parker. I don't know if we end up getting him, but we're definitely gonna be really close. Oh, we might get him, yep. So you just carry that extra momentum down the sand, and we end up making the pass on Parker, but then I slide just a little bit here, and I case this, so Parker's gonna be right back on me. And I overjumped this, so I did not mean to do that, Parker, but luckily we're both good. I almost killed him and but we're all good. Made the pass. And now, next up, let's go get Wasabi. So here we are a couple laps later. We're now at 10 minutes, 45 seconds left, so a couple laps later. We got up to Wasabi, and now we're going to try making the pass on him. Being very patient. I see Slurp just there in the next lane, so have enough time to be a little bit patient, but I don't want to give myself like 3 or 4 minutes to catch Slurp. I really want to give myself as much time as possible. So here we are with Wasabi. I know he's going to ride us very aggressively, and so I'm just trying to, again, use the lane that I've been using all night to make passes. So we're just going to try sticking with him through this section. Not going to go for a pass here or anything stupid. Just follow him, use that extra momentum we've been carrying all night. And let's get the pass started right now. So we're going to scrub this thing hard. He does it decent, but I get it just a little bit better than him. So you close up just a hair. We both scrubbed this really hard, but I scrubbed it just a little bit harder, and then he scrubbed this hard, and he cuts across on me really hard and almost cleans me out, but luckily nothing happened there, and we were able to stay low and use the momentum like we've been doing all night. So there's yet another pass, and now I got one more to go with 9 minutes 40 seconds to go. Let's go and see if we can get Slurp. At this point in the race, my confidence is just through the roof. Like I passed 10 guys, so I know that I have plenty of time, still like half the race left to go and make this last pass. And I think this right here is my best lap of the race, this lap when I pass Wasabi. Just I'm fully like sending right here, like I'm just going for it. I get everything really good. You see we nail this section. We're making up a lot of time on Slurp here. Everything's going really good this lap. A little bit of a whip, but no worries. Nail this double into the whoops, carry a lot of momentum. See, we're visibly catching Slurp by like a good amount. Nail this section, and now we're pretty much here. Like this lap was really big for me. We're just fully setting, you see, not even letting off here, just fully committing on this lap. trying to, get a push lap to catch him as quickly as possible. That way I could, they always say catching is one thing, passing is another. So when I catch him and have as much time as possible to pass him. So I kind of messed up this section, which this lap could have been a 39, honestly. Like the way I hit this section at the end, either a low 40 or a high 39. You see, I kind of mess up there and lose a lot of momentum. But we end up running a 140 point something in the middle of the race, so it's pretty solid, fast lap of the race. And we're right here on Slurp. Now, I will say after this lap, though, I kind of started getting a little bit sketchy, started making mistakes. I kind of just started falling. But I noticed Slurp was trying extremely hard to hold me back, like he was scrubbing every little thing. It's like he was even scrubbing this little over-under after this jump. Like you can see his rider leaned it over. Like he was just trying extremely hard, so I knew a mistake was coming. I don't know when, and I didn't really want to roll the dice on it, but I knew that I didn't have to push 1,000% to catch him because I felt like I was going to be able to get him, but we ended up trading a lot of mistakes. So yeah, here through this triple section, it started kind of getting tricky at the end. You see I overjump it, mess it up, double, 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 but he doesn't get it very good either, so we didn't lose that much time. This lap, obviously nowhere near as good as the last one, kind of not as committed in the section as the last lap. But we're still here, slowly inching. I think we make up a lot of time in the last section for the finish, like we did on everyone else. Here we are a couple laps later. Now there's 5 minutes and 45 seconds left. And we mess up the section yet again, and we get it pretty bad this time. Like, it was very slow. We probably lost a second and a half here. But we didn't crash or anything, so we're still here chugging along. At this point, me and Sub kind of neutralized on pace. Like, I wasn't hitting good laps, and I was just kind of matching him. But then he makes a mistake here after I make one, and now I'm right back in this, and now the real battle begins. I'm right here, right behind him. Only a couple bike lines behind him with 5 minutes to go. So at this point now I know the opportunity is about to knock somewhere. And yet again, what section are you about to come into? My long section after the finish. Let's see if we can make the pass here this time. Now, like I said, Slurp was doing every little thing. Like, he was scrubbing everything as hard as possible, taking low lines and everything. So I knew if I could just pressure something. And I think that's what happened here. He went for this low line after the finish, which was what he was trying to do the whole race to stay in front. See, he tries to go left side, use this low line, but clips a tough block, and it bites him. He messes up this section because of it, and we take the lead, just like that. With 4 minutes and 30-something seconds to spare, we take the lead after starting in last. So yeah, now at this point, in my head, it's like, all right, cool, we got this. Like, let's just bring it home. And that's pretty much what I did for the next 4 minutes. Didn't really go for burners or anything, just kind of finished the race, closed it out. And yeah, this was a really fun race. Probably one of the most fun of the season. It's really hard to do huge comebacks this year because the competition is much closer and the tracks are much smaller. But every now and then you get a race like this track where time is, you can make up chunks of time and you could also lose chunks of time. And that's pretty much what we saw tonight. Here we are, fast forwarding to the final lap, couple corners to go. I did make a lot of mistakes on this last lap, just kind of mentally checking out of the race and not realizing that I still got to do one more lap. Like, you almost die on the tough blocks and just stuff like that, but all good. We just kind of brought it home here on the last lap. And that's going to do it. We ended up winning this race, 12th to 1st at Ioma round 5. It was a good race for us, had a lot of fun. See the lap times, had a second on everyone else, and tracks like these are very spread out. We had 4 seconds of pace separation, which was it's enjoyable sometimes when it's like that. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I could do some more of these commentaries. I have some more good races and even some bad ones I want to do, just to show you both. I don't be that guy that just posts good ones, but I thought I'd start out with a good one. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.